And I always consider Khaliq the third generation of engineers. The first person there was Reggie Dozier, Lamont Dozier's brother, who trained Larry Ferguson, who trained Khaliq-O. And with that in mind, Khaliq, tell us the whole Lionshare story.
I got hired at Lionshare. I started in 1982, and it was a wonderful time. And I really think about how lucky I am, because all of us came up at the perfect time in music where we saw the transition of where it was and what everything was based on, and we could actually see it. And now we've gone through this transition of the digital age too, so we see what you guys, the next generation, that are going to be responsible for all of this. This is why we all got together. Dave and I have many late night talks, and many of us all have different talks about what we want to have as some kind of legacy to live on past what we had a chance to see. Because unfortunately, I mean, that's just the nature of it. You guys will never see some of the things that we saw. So you come up and, you know, like I said, one guy coming into the studio and saying, what drum is that? Not knowing, because he never had the mic drum. Well, it's not that it's his fault. He just grew up in a different time, so he didn't get a chance to be exposed. And that common theme that we all have here is we had a chance to see some of these things that made us listen intently. In fact, it's funny, I've been sitting here at this table, and I've just been watching everybody down the table. And you guys have been seeing, and I don't know if you'll notice it, but everybody's been kind of turning their head and twisting every now and then. And everybody I noticed is looking down here. We got an air conditioner that's like, and it's driving all of us crazy.
I just had to turn it off.
Even if we don't know it or mention it, you know, all of us are hearing, our ears are finally tuned to sound.
Don't worry, we can notch it out.
You know, and you know, that's what the theme of what we're trying to do, to try to get you guys to listen in a different way, to think in a whole different way, and benefit from some of these things. A lot of people want to throw out the past, you know. I know when I came up, I love listening to, and right now I still stay very current with everything that's going on now, but I also listen to a lot of old stuff from way before when I was born and researched it. I learned about not only music, but songwriters, things like that, to appreciate why certain people did certain parts that make this puzzle that we call music, make it work, okay? And I mean, when I'm sitting in this room now, you guys have to learn, because you're recording in a whole different way than we did. So we had the luxury of being in treated rooms. Lionshare was a great studio, it was the best. And I came in with a jaded kind of, with a distorted reality, because I came in and went to a place that was right at the very top. So I never saw that, I never had to, you know, clean out toilets and stuff like that for a long time and work in like little sleazy places. So I kind of thought, well, this is the way it is. You know, I was lucky and walked right into it. But you guys are doing stuff at home right now. You guys are doing stuff at smaller studios where the budgets have shrank. So, you know, every now and then you might be able to get into a place like this with a record plant and stuff like that. But more often than not, you guys have to make a way to do it. So you have to really listen to your environment, you know. One of the things I want to say, like, I like getting interactive with it. So, check this out. You hear that? We got echo in here. You guys don't know nothing about that. It's a slapback echo. You hear it bouncing off and all around here. We got flutter echoes going on and everything. You guys know about presets in a machine and everything. You need to know what the exact, was it UL or something, the acoustic way of dealing with certain things. Because think about all that. If this was your home and you were recording and you do one of your vocal tracks, well, that's cool. Do 2 vocal tracks, and you got some guest performers on here. Do 5 vocal tracks and background vocals, and you got all that slapback, and you ain't got to pay no union fees for them. You got to pay after them. But they're on your record. They're on there. They're building up, and the more tracks you get, there's more noise getting built up, and it's going to be a problem. So I don't want to take this over, but I just wanted to mention that we all kind of have that common thread about how we listen, how we think, because we were lucky enough to see how it was all based.